Because if I ain't giving you a reason to think like that, you know?
And it's deeper. That means you got some other shit for it.
And if you worried about me popping because you not, like, if I'm popping, you popping. If I'm popping, you popping because you with me, so we popping. You pop a bag of popcorn. How many kernels pop? 98% of them. So if you with me, you popping too. Just like if you popping and I ain't popping like you popping, we in this together, so we popping.
We're talking about jealousy in relationships, just in case I missed that whole first 18 minutes that we were recording. I definitely got the audio though. Might not have the video. Hey, I love this podcast, man. It's just so different from like when I was an artist. Like when I was an artist, I got a bunch of songs. I probably released like 3-4 songs. Like 100 songs. I probably released like 3 or 4. But with this podcast thing, like you gotta go. Like we coming every week. So however it come out, whatever happened,
it happened.
However you screwed up,
The most uncut.
the most uncut. No shame. It is. You mean? Hey, perfection is the killer of progress, God. And if podcasting taught me one thing, it taught me that it ain't gonna be no perfect. You're gonna have to
Just keep progressing.
keep progressing. But we gonna get into another little relationship joint. Punk, how long does good sex last?
1 minute. 1 minute. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop.
No.
I don't think it's like really a clear cut answer on that, right? Because different people, their body's different. But in my opinion, if we both climax, I feel like that was a good session.
Hey, Punk, have you ever made a woman climax, but then she still talk after sex?
No. They do that at? Ain't that the goal?
I thought so too.
Some people are never satisfied. I mean, that's all. Shit. Some people are never.
They want 3, 4. They want 3, 4. In them joints.
You finna? Am I finna bust 3, 4?
No, you know that. You know the answer to that. You know
there's no equality in that.
Yeah. It ain't no equality in the world.
In that.
And it ain't no equality in the world.
That's what women want, equality. I didn't say it, they did.
You don't think that's what people want?
Equality?
Yeah.
I think women want equality.
Why just women?
Because that's who has the whole equality movement and and you know they fought for it.
Oh, you talking about
still
the
fighting
you
for
talking about
it.
the feminist movement?
Whatever it's called. That's what they fighting for. I don't like using those type of terms, but that's what they was fighting for. I'm not like trying to on nobody. I just don't use those type of terms because it feels negative to me sometimes, and I don't really like putting that negativity out.
No, I feel that because people are tricked about certain terms. Like we hear the same terms all the time. It's just like shoved down our throat.
Yeah.
So then in your mind, you make up how you feel about this term. So however,
as soon as you hear it, it don't matter what context is f***ed up already.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, definitely. Headache. Any thoughts over there?
Oh, man, I had my thoughts when the mic was off. I thought it was recording. Now my thoughts are gone. I'm thoroughly enjoying the show
Okay,
right now.
hey, I heard that. I ain't gonna force you to work tonight,
Oh,
man.
no. As long as this mic stay on though, and I can just grab it at any time, just just leave it live.
Yep, you good. Good. So hold on. You ain't get you. So you copping out. You ain't giving us a time frame. You just said as long as both parties
Satisfied? Yeah, that might happen in 5 minutes, and it might happen in 30. Like, I mean, I don't want to have sex for an hour straight. If we having like sex humping for an hour straight, I don't want to do that. Now, if we including the foreplay and the oral and all that shit, we Gucci. But if you want me to just be straight humping for an hour, yeah, I'm not doing it. Cause ain't no woman riding for an hour. So why are you expecting me to do that for an hour? We're not doing that. We just not.
thighs on fire.
We're not doing that. We just ain't. I'm not walking around like raw because you want to have sex for an hour. We could do few sessions.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not humping
rounds,
for an hour straight.
right.
That's why I feel, like,
Yeah.
I mean, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's probably a great session. If you ain't busting in that amount of time, then I don't know. And I feel like realistically, a female probably should kind of bust maybe 2 minutes. But that's just because I don't know. I like to whatever. But you should.
Don't get in trouble. You gonna get in trouble on the all guys pod? Like, come on, bro.
At least one of them should have came before the penetration even started, and then the penetration gonna get 1 or 2 maybe out, and then we everybody should be good. If not, I don't know what to tell you, baby.
This episode is sponsored by Trojan. It's not, but
Go cut that out.
it might be in the future. God damn it. We ain't getting monetized off this episode, God damn it. Oh, they ain't letting us monetize this one. Woo, baby. Yeah, they gonna kill us for this one. Yeah, good. Like you say, good 8 minutes. 8 minutes of get her done.
Man, 15, definitely.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 is great. 15. Multiple rounds is even greater. Multiple rounds is great.
I used to do some weird shit, right?
Okay, let's go.
It's like a 5-5-5 thing, right? you ain't got that. You ain't got that much time for real, so you got a 5-5-5 thing.
Okay,
right?
Let's get it.
You get 5 minutes of oral. I get 5 minutes of oral. We have sex for 5 minutes. 15 minutes. It worked.
This is why
it worked.
This is why he's here.
It worked.
This is why he's here, God.
5-5-5.
I thought that was something at Wendy's. The 5-5-5.
You crunched for time, you ain't got it, but we gotta make sure everybody get there. Get what they like in them 15 minutes. And you set alarms because the anticipation building up is alarm goes like, we gotta switch. Come on, next alarm. Hey,
this fool here. I've been friends with him for over 25 years. He ain't never told me this.
I usually don't tell me and my wife business like that. We just be being creative.
Share the wealth. What you mean? Share the wealth. That was good. Okay, I'm gonna let headache chill. All right. Punk, have you ever been in a relationship or been with somebody, and let me disclaimer this. I didn't put a disclaimer to begin. We are not talking about our real lives. It's for educational purposes only. All right. Have you ever been with somebody and giving them advice and they kind of shoot it off to the side? but then took that same exact advice from somebody else, a friend, even a random associate.
Yes.
And
I've done
how-
that myself too.
No, okay, put yourself on blast first, so then you can.
I mean, I don't remember the exact situation, but I know I've done it because I remember being chewed out about it. Like, I don't care what that say. You gonna listen to another before me? You know, it's like I remember that conversation. So
That don't sound like a fun one.
nah, not at all. But it made it easier when it came back around for me to be like, you really went and tried to verify what I said with this nigga as if I care what he had to say or thought. And if I would have did that to you, how would you react? Because we've seen it. But you know, either way, it's wrong either way.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this shit.
Yeah.
If you haven't, don't do it. Learn from my mistakes. If you done it, stop doing it. That shit ain't cool. You don't ever want to make your spouse or whoever feel like you value somebody else's opinion more than theirs. Especially pertaining to you.
And stop being stubborn. Stop being stubborn. Like,
Real shit.
take that advice. Nobody knows you better than your partner knows you. And, you know, and we ain't talking, we all got to live our own life, of course. We ain't talking about, like, you know, life changing stuff. But just general advice where your partner is really, like, telling you something just to make things more efficient or because it just makes more sense. Don't get in your ego. Don't get in your fifis. Take that advice. We all do it. You know, I do it myself. I'll be like, you know what? You're right. I don't know. You're right. I'm just being stubborn. Take advice from your partner. They love you. Well, they should.
Unless they envy you.
Unless they jealous of you. Unless they freaking jealous of you. Are we gonna? Where we gonna go? Punk. I hate to do this. I don't even think I want the camera on me while I ask this question. But,
Shit. Just point them all at me.
why are black women the least married?
No, point them back at you. I wasn't ready. Wait. I wasn't ready.
Why do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I just told you I wasn't ready. Why are black women the least married?
Nobody gonna watch this episode anyway.
Because they believe they don't need a man the most.
Oh, they believe they don't need a man the most.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you have it. Next question.
I think it's that simple. You know, like when you hear that I don't need a man, I could do this all by myself. I could do all bad by myself. Whatever you want to do it, like you feel like you don't need a man. So it's kind of hard to have or want something you don't really need or want, you know? Like I feel like most men know they need women. So that's why we always seeking women. We not going around like, oh, I don't need a woman. No, we know we need y'all.
We definitely know we need y'all. It ain't just a black woman thing, though, because my wife told me she didn't need my ass. I'm like, oh. I think I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I'm like, oh, okay. So we had a conversation. We had a conversation about that one, Joe.
And let me not. It's not in really like that sense of you need somebody, you know, because I want my wife to want me more than she feel like she need me, you know. But that mentality that I don't need a man, I can do all this on my own, and we just not built like that as humans. Like we're not built to do shit on our own. So,
hey, do you feel like that the world is trying to trend in that direction though of everybody just doing everything on their own?
It produce more money.
Ooh,
They make more money.
Let's talk.
Everybody got their own they own apartments, own houses, and all that. Like, there's more money being spent, there's more taxes being paid, there's more revenue for the government. Like, the just is what how it is.
Mm. I didn't even know we was going there, but yeah.
I mean, it's just how I think about that because I just look at like the black family, and not saying that this don't happen with other cultures, but we won't go and buy a building and all live in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, until we ready to buy a house, we just gonna all leave and go do our own shit all over the place. But instead of y'all all in this one building that might cost a couple thousand a month, y'all all over the place. It's 5, 6 of y'all paying 1,000, 1,200 a month. Now y'all spending 6, 7,000 instead of two. You know, but somebody making money off that.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely was supposed to have a full conversation about that. I know Juju wanted to talk about it. We'll bring it back on when she come back. But
Mm-hmm.
I I really don't understand it. You know, like
Me either.
just in our culture, you know, it seems that the unity isn't there. You know, when it comes to family and like you said, togetherness and being strategic. You know, the strategy isn't there. The headache. We got a headache sighting. We got a headache sighting.
Yeah, just had to make sure it was on.
Yep, you on. You good.
I feel like it kind of encapsulate a bit of a few of these questions that you done asked too, right? Where it's like black people, at least, you think about what we've seen and what and how most of our families have come up. It's been single parent homes, or maybe you got your folks or whatever. You don't see much marriage. You don't see much togetherness. You don't see like how maybe Jewish families or Mexican families. That's what they know. They
Mm-hmm.
all together. This is what we do. When you have yours, y'all do it, and we keep doing this until we all die. And then when we all die, somebody got the house in it. Like from just growing up in a single family, and just having like my mother and my grandmother and my cousin being like that, and all my friends being like that, and everybody around, even if they did have their fathers in their lives, it's still all that like separation.
Separatism.
You know, everybody is sort of not alone, but like we all independent. And then you see just strong mothers, and then they out there, and then they don't really need nothing, and that's all you see. You'll never see that togetherness. I feel like
Cause we could love each other from afar. That's how black people feel.
that's real.
I can love you from over there.
Yeah, we don't want to.
No, I need to be up close and personal with the people I love.
Yeah,
Cause when some shit happen, I don't want to feel like I was loving you over there.
yeah.
So you don't really fuck with me, and I'm over there. I want you up close and personal.
Now, is this responsibility on the black men of the community, or like is it?
It's mutual.
Yeah, it's on black men and women. It take both of them for the family aspect to stay together and to stand strong. So if either one break, it's fucking that up, and then that create another cycle. Or now mama got a kid, then that break, and now she got a kid by somebody else, and then that break. It's like how many you singling out a lot of people in that aspect, and then it just keeps spreading. But it take both of them to want to make that happen for it to happen.
It's gotta be taught though, right? Like these strategies, they're not innate. Well, it doesn't seem to be that. Like it's just like embedded in us because from my opinion, like when I saw like a shift in my family when my grandfather passed, and then what I'm saying, like it was a shift. Like, all right, we ain't doing the holidays religiously like we used to. Like we ain't coming together
'Cause
religiously
grandpa
like we
was
used to.
respected. They was
It was
holding customs because that's what grandpa would have wanted. But once the person holding the customs was gone, didn't nobody want to step up to keep those going. And it's hard sometimes. Like my mama used to do that every holiday. She cooking. That get tough. But when I got a house, I started doing the same shit every holiday. I'm cooking. Then I stopped because that's tough. Like it is. But fortunately, like, my I don't like to say my wife family because they're my people. She be mad. But like my wife's side of the family or whatever, we always get together every holiday at somebody's house. Like somebody is like, but to me that's the way it gotta be. It ain't it. That's the way it should be.
Passing it down.
Yeah.
You got to, and we got to start building shit that we can pass down,
For real.
and our kids got to understand like what's really the cause of this and what it could stand for and mean. Like I was listening to a dude talking about how Asian people have a restaurant, pass it down, pass it down, pass it down, and they kids or whatever keep it up, and he was saying, "Oh, black people don't do that." Real. I just heard it's crazy that we talking about this because I was getting Chinese food for my mom and my wife or whatever, and just had me thinking like he ain't lying, but me like mentally like that's what I want to do. Like I think about the fact that my mama tell me my family had acres of land in Mississippi, but don't nobody know what the happened to it. Or on my daddy side, they got land in Michigan, but somebody decided to sell 10 acres, so it ain't as much. But that shit like taken away from your family, which your family should continue to grow. But then, we can go buy land somewhere and develop it or whatever, but that you can pass down to your kids, like, and you can do what they getting paid from it for generations, but we don't be thinking about it like that.
In my opinion, everybody has to be on board.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we're at a point where we can't even all come to the same, like, what do we all want, or like our ideas are like conflicting. Like a woman goes to her mother and say, "Let's buy a building together," and the mom wants to do her own thing, like. But yet you want to see your grandkids every week, or you want me to come over to do this, or like why is there a disconnect? Why can't we all come to the same accord of like what's good for us? It's just weird.
Because we think, I don't want to say being on our own, but we think that independence is good for us.
Yeah, we think we hold it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Like we definitely do.
I'm independent. I don't need nobody. I can't.
Drew, you said something earlier. Definitely hit like me being an independent person and not like I ain't in no relationship. I ain't got no kids. Like none of that. But living in LA and being away from my family. It's like, oh, okay, it's cool. In them first couple years and just being like, all right, I'm out here hustling and everybody know it. And then it took for my grandma to pass away and then a few years later for me to kind of sit back and be like, all right, well, what am I doing all of this for? Doing all of this hustling, being away from my family and all of this, and then coming back and seeing everybody and then seeing the impact that we have on each other and being like, this is what's missing from our our threading as a family, right? Or as black people in general, is for what the grandparents that did hold it together, the mindset and the mentality that they had, and for whomever it is, the woman, the man, the kid, whoever, to take that on and keep it going and do that for the family. Like, that's the only way that we gonna be able to come together, start to have those lineages again, be able to have a legacy and stuff like that. There's a few black families out there that's doing it. I imagine there's a lot.
Absolutely.
I hope there's a lot.
I think so.
But it's
not the majority, though.
It's not the majority, and the overall stigma of what we see is to be independent, to be selfish, to only to not have a wife, or all these different things, where it's like separate. Yep. It's not really
to worry about you. Make sure you get yours.
Right.
Yep. It's drilled in our head. You gotta make it. It's not really drilled like, let's all make it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, no, you go work hard. You go make it. You better make it.
And then
like,
come back and bring it back. Bring something back.
right. You know, like
Which we should, but it's still is being done in a certain way, and at some point, right, it takes somebody to change it and then change that conditioning. I went to pick up my niece earlier today, and at the school, that's the school that we went to, grade school, and I remember that when the kids used to get picked up, we used to get picked up in the front of the school, and then at some point, somebody decided on a safer system, basically, and pick the kids up in the back of the school and stuff. And I was just sitting there, 15, 20 years past now, and picking her up and just being like, that's all it took was one or maybe a group of people to say, you know what, this could be better, this could be safer, this could be different, let's do it. And they did that, implemented it, made it better, and now that's the thing. That's the only way you know.
No,
You
right.
don't even know no other way to pick up your kid from that particular school, but you
Right.
go there, go in the back, and it's like, that's all it takes is for us as people, humans, right, to just, when that spirit hit us like that, like, nah, I got to do this, and you take it over and then teach the next one and teach the group, and, hopefully it stick in that regard to where, we solid as a family.
absolutely.
I think that's the biggest issue though, is the hoping that it stick and the teaching part. Mostly because like this new world, and I ain't like I'm old as hell or nothing, but I just think from being a kid in the '90s and how the world is now is really new.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Like
Twice or 3 times or 5 times over.
it's
New.
it's just new, and the way the kids learn and the things that they see and where they getting their dreams and aspirations from is so different than in the '90s. So shit, I feel like it's tough to teach your kids this need to be the way when they seeing, you know what I'm saying, all this other, and they seeing success from it, because of course people only show the success. They don't show the messed up part and all that, so they thinking I can get it this way instead of something that could sustain, because you could be a rapper, maybe you make a lot of money too, but your kid might not be able to rap. You gonna leave some money to him, but what else you doing that's gonna,
If
keep
you're
the family,
responsible.
yeah,
If you're
that's gonna
responsible.
keep the family sustained and all of that. And but they not gonna think about pops went and bought 50 acres of land, and it's 50 houses on a part of it because some developer came and bought this property. They ain't thinking about how none of that creates generational wealth or none of that, because they don't see that. It's not glorified. And I think it makes it tough to kind of bring them in to some of the shit that need to happen, at least for our community.
Hey, that was pretty good, y'all. All right. Let's mix it up here. Headache.
Wagwan. I got the mic.
Wagwan.
Can you tell me, why do black men date outside their race the most?
Off the top, I'm gonna say allure.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I like that.
Me personally, right? I love black women, but I also love women. So I love Latin women, and there's something about them that's just sexy. Sometimes more than black women, but I think the allure, the attraction of it, right? It's again going back to like nature and nurture type stuff. Like it could be the whole stigma where it's like, man, black girls, they ain't gonna be too much drama. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. Yeah, she got a big booty and shit. That's cool, but then what about this over here where somehow it done tapped into my subconscious and now I'm seeing this. White girls with big old booties in the leggings, and it's like that came on the scene and kind of took over in a way where you like, I wasn't really checking for that before, but now I am. That's me personally. I'm gonna say the allure of it, bro.
The allure, okay.
Yes.
Punk.
I don't know. I ain't never did it, so I can't really.
Wait, let me just come over there. I'm trying to wait for my camera to cool off. But let
I'm
me
not-
just come over there.
I'm not like against it,
Yeah.
but
You against it?
I'm not against it.
Come on over here, dog.
It just ain't. I don't know. I just ain't never really been attracted to it the way I am to a black woman. So
You
my
against
height,
it.
my
He against it. Don't let him lie to you.
I mean, on some like, when I think about if ever I do get married, whenever I do get married, most likely it's gonna be a black woman. And like as of late, I've been really on the real dark skinned women, like from the motherlands type, But just on some dating and just being out here, having fun. Man, I love women. So it's kind of like, again, nature and nurture. I keep going back to that because as humans, we do what we do because of what we've seen or what we've been taught, unconsciously or unconsciously. So, at an early age, I had exposure to uh, other races, right? Like at first, it was just like black and Mexican, and then it was like black, Mexican, white, and then a few other races to where it's like, oh, this is interesting. It's a mix up. I'm not only seeing this one way, to where I feel like that plays a part in me.
in your decisions.
Yeah,
That thought process.
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel the same way because going to high school with 90% white, 5%, 7% other, 3% black. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a lot of different, mostly white, but like some Asian, some Hispanic. Don't get me wrong, it was some that was like, damn, she look good, but it didn't move me like I just ain't had that same twinkle like when I looked at a black woman. But some of that could be conditioning, and just how I looked at certain stuff growing up maybe, or like I don't know. I get maybe I was unconsciously thinking about like the fucked up shit that go on in the world and that the black woman go through, and me knowing like I would never want to put a woman through the shit my mama went through, or looking at that like I want a black woman to experience the good shit that I feel like my mama couldn't. Maybe unconsciously that was just like
A goal of
yeah, playing in my mind because I never wanted my mama to go through that. I couldn't affect it because I ain't my daddy. I don't know why he made the choices he made or whatever. But whatever happened, happened. But I knew I never wanted to put the mother of my kids through nothing my mama had to go through. And I wanted like they talk so much about black women and how they got to go through all this stuff. And I wanted to be the reason a black woman didn't have to go through all that stuff.
True. Change the narrative.
Trying to.
Doing it. We don't try. We do.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm doing, but for the narrative to change, it got to be a lot, But yeah, I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing my part.
I'm gonna come straight at you right here. All right. Why do black men date outside of their race the most?
Feel appreciated more.
You said what?
We feel appreciated more.
What you mean?
Black men.
That's why they do it.
I think that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say because when I see this narrative online and when like women choose to attack the black men that do date outside their race, they go here. They be like, they do it because of mama issues, right? Mommy issues, right? And every joke or insult or whatever is a little bit of truth, right? So from my perspective, right, it was like, cause if you don't know, my wife's white. if you don't know, we happened. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, okay, I was looking for a white girl and that's what I'm searching for. That's
Right.
We happened to start dating. It was just like any other relationship. We naturally grew, but I found somebody that wasn't just ready to give up on me easily. Wasn't ready to just bounce.
She was rocking with you.
She was rocking, and I don't think that has anything to do with the race part. You know what I'm saying? I just think that happened, But if we stick it to like more of the question, that's just my individual experience. We stick more to the question, and if I'm gonna go that route of people saying like, mama issues, like it is some qualities that I grew up under my mom that I didn't really like, So, is there's a possibility that led me, to like kind of stray, or like once I went a different direction, I stayed there. Because not to say I strayed, but once I did go a different direction,
And didn't see them
and
qualities.
I didn't see these type of things that might have affected me growing up, verbal abuse, stuff like that. And maybe that's the reason why I stayed that way, Like, it happened organically, but maybe I chose this because of some of the I went up
It's almost
went through
like
growing up,
you a product of your environment
Mhm.
in a different way. People say you a product of your environment when daddy wasn't there and you turned to the streets and you ain't had. Your environment showed you something that you knew you didn't want to deal with, and you found that in somebody that happened to be the opposite race, but because of your environment, you knew that wasn't what you wanted.
But they would say mommy issues.
I mean, you can call it
However
what
you want to label
you can
it.
call it what you want to, but if I know this is triggering for me, why would I put myself in a situation that's gonna trigger me
Right.
often? And then now I'm triggered, so I got an attitude. I'm angry. I might get aggressive. I might, whatever the case is. Then it'll turn into, well, you need to know how to control yourself. Yeah, I control myself by not putting myself in that situation.
Mhm.
Like, why would I put myself in something that could trigger me to make me like,
I
nah,
call
it's
them
pointless.
avoidable annoyances.
Right. Yeah.
It's a chapter in my book.
Chapter in your book?
Yeah.
You got
That's
a name
lit.
for your book?
Nah, still pending title.
Okay.
I just keep
That's
coming up
lit.
with chapter names.
All right. Hey, next promo gonna cost you, bro. Nah. Better get it while it's free, boy. No, but to wrap this one up, hey, we all love our black women. We all love
Real
our
shit.
black women.
Definitely.
Whether we ended up with one or not, like
Definitely.
I love all the black women in my life. But I just think that most black men are with black women, and we just kind of make it a bigger deal than what it actually really
is.
is. If you actually go look at the stats, we ain't far off from the other races as far as dating outside
So
of
that
your race.
race.
But we are the most, so you can use it. You get
And
that.
we also
can say that.
firepower.
we the race as we the culture that is in the light the most.
Okay.
So maybe that's also why they see it that way. Like, I don't know. Maybe in other cultures, they have it similar, but black culture, black families, black men, black women, and they our relationships and stuff. We the news.
We is the news.
So they like, yeah, black men only ones doing it. Go
Yeah.
do a survey for the rest of the world.
Man. And you will see.
A lot of black women out there, with these 90-year-old white men. We ain't talking too much about that, are we?
No, we let them live their life.
I don't care.
Live their life, baby.
I just
Get
don't
it,
care.
baby. We the news, goddammit. We the news. Hey. All right. I got anything else here? Where we at here? Okay. All right. Okay. Punk, was it anything that you wanted to Oh, let me ask. Let me go back to Headache because he's a little open over there now. Go to me and then I go to you. Why do older men date younger women?
Since you just brought up the young black woman dating
Family.
90-year-old old white
It's
man.
family. I see what you did there. I see what you did
Yes. Segue.
there. One, this is just my opinion. To feel young, control.
Hold on. Number one is to feel young. Number two is for control.
Yeah, like yeah, just control in general, and then
He ain't lying.
I'd say 3 would probably be some kind of inverse, right? Where if they were with a woman their age or older, they might not be as dominant, or they may not be as in control, or intimidated is more the word I'm looking for. Where they like actually, man, she doing too good or something like that. Now, let me give me a younger chick that don't really know as much. I'll throw a few dollars or whatever. She'll be around. It ain't
Few
that
dollars.
deep. You know what I'm saying?
He's single, everybody. Toss a few bucks.
You paying for it somehow, ain't you?
We all
Real
paying.
shit.
We all paying. God.
But yeah, that's what I think. You know,
I feel you.
it's like me personally at this point now, I'd rather have a older woman, just on some like for experience and not experience. Her having experience like in a sexual manner, but just like
She
some
know what she want.
mindset. She know what she want. I ain't gotta play the games and do all that. It's like, all right, you know, it's more straightforward. Yeah, it's just a mentality thing.
Punk, what you think? Why do older men date younger women? We know you would. We know you wouldn't do a thing like that.
Nope.
I know. Well,
Now, definitely to feel young.
to feel young again. What it is? What it is?
To feel young again. Definitely for the control factor.
Mm.
I mean, shit, really, that's just the. Let me stop being goofy.
Go ahead, be goofy. We don't got no women here. Be goofy.
Because when they need somebody to take care of them,
That's valid. That ain't goofy.
nah, somebody old.
Them
So,
young- Hey, them-
what I'm gonna do with some old woman? How she gonna take care of me? I can't take care of her, and she taking care of me. We got.
Better
I'm
have the
like,
bag, cause they
boy.
gone if you ain't got the bag.
They ain't tricking if you got it. Ain't that what they say?
If you don't got the bag, they ain't wiping your ass. Just let you know.
You gonna get it back?
I wanted to give the perspective from the little video that I sent you with this question. The guy basically said, I ain't trying to steal your shit, but the guy basically said that he's balancing out the game. Like we're balancing out the game.
That's real though.
Because when we were younger in
My
high
age,
school,
they
right?
wanted the older.
We had to watch the women that we wanted hop in the whips of
The
older
older
dudes,
dudes.
pursuing the older dudes with the older dudes, not whatever.
They was chasing the bag.
So he said, "I'm basically just balancing out. We just balancing out the game. We the older dudes now, so we just balancing out the game." I thought that was an interesting perspective.
It was real. He ain't lie about nothing. But I
Where's
guess that's
the
the
lie?
difference in men and women. No,
Good now.
Nah,
Go ahead.
what's the next
Go
subject?
ahead. Go ahead. Go
what's the next
ahead.
subject?
No, we still here. And then like how you spoke on that, they want to feel they want to feel young again. Youth is a thing. Youth, like if you can bottle it up and sell it, that'd be the
It
hottest
is,
thing
man.
popping. So. That feeling young again, that's very valid as far as how you explain that.
And me and Pop, when they get older, we a commodity, man.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk, Brody.
What Melvin say? Guns and butter. We the guns. That shit that appreciate over time. It just happen to be the way it is. The that men I looked for, like that they want from us, we gain that the older we get.
Yeah. That providing you talk about?
All that,
That protection you
that
talk
protection,
about?
yeah.
Oh, that good. I feel you, man. I see you don't want to get into your bag.
Nah, I just ain't trying to stir up no shit. I was just ain't trying to stir up no shit. That's
PC answers.
Yeah. Sometimes I gotta do that. Yeah, sometimes
Just
I gotta
keep it
do
to sometimes.
Yeah. You already know.
We gotta keep this thing.
But we
organic,
we discussed that before when we talked about women kind of depreciating over time and men appreciating over time. We discussed that before.
It just sounds so bad when you
It
say
do,
it like
but
that.
it's
It
not.
sounds so bad when you say it like
It
that.
do, but it's not intentional, you know. Because when I mean, it was real. Like women care about the beauty and the looks and all that when they young. Like that's what you know. But the older they get, the more that kind of gravity hit, all that stuff
Yeah, those are just facts. You
start
ain't
to
even-
change. Wrinkles set in. Them
That-
looks ain't the same like they was in your 20s and 30s.
Now, as you talk about gravity and wrinkles, let's get into this. Do you believe you can have cosmetic surgery and not have low self-esteem?
So you get surgery, but you claim you didn't have low self-esteem.
Correct.
Depending on what kind of surgery it is.
Can you repeat that, sir, with the camera on you?
It depends on what kind of surgery it is.
What makes you say that?
In semi jokingly and also being real, it's like I need to get some implants in my mouth from the accident that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, I'm kind of getting some kind of cosmetic surgery that's gonna make my smile better, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm already confident as I am, but I need that from a health perspective.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
just to want to change what's on you, what you came with. I don't care how much somebody say they're confident. You still kind of have something in the back of your mind that you don't let get to you. If you want to change that, because you're the only one that's living with it. Even if you got like a spouse or something like that, that's still a choice that they making to be with you how you are. So if you decide to change it, it's like that's something internal that you was wanting to make better because of something external.
What you think, Punk?
That's it. I think you gotta know the person too.
Yeah.
Like I would think of somebody like J. Cole, who ain't got the best teeth in the world,
The
crooked smile,
Yeah, crooked smile song, yeah.
But if he went and got braces or something or whatever to straighten his teeth out, or or I don't think I would think he had low self-esteem
Okay.
just because of the person he is, how openly he talk about it, the way he ain't changed it in all this time, and he been rich.
Right.
I just think I wouldn't think that for him.
What about Nas?
I was just about to say that. Yep. Nah.
I don't know that much of not like I didn't
The chip tooth. He had a chip
tooth.
He was
Right,
known
yeah.
for his chip tooth, but then he
Him
ended
and
up
Fab,
fixing
actually.
it. Yeah, Fab too was known. Did
But-
Fab fix his too?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, yeah, like it's a little bit different because they done been had money and then finally get
Did it. All right.
said thing. It's kind of like, why not?
Because I think sometimes you get tired of looking at the imperfection. Not that you insecure about it, but if like I could have both of my teeth the same length like they were before I chipped it,
Right.
why not?
Right.
In a sense, you putting yourself back to your normal state with some like that because that's how you really
You wasn't
were.
born with a chip
Right,
tooth.
you wasn't born with your tooth chipped. Like it happened, whatever. But I mean, I think sometimes you got to know the person. It don't mean they had low self-esteem. It just mean like I might have just wanted to fix this. But that's like a smile. That's teeth.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to say it's different than like. I don't want to
'Cause
say
it
it's
ain't really
different.
it ain't really different.
Right, it ain't like
really
I don't want to
different.
say it's different than like a body or something, because then it's like it's geared towards women, and that's not really what we trying to do. It's just
Right.
like about the cosmetic period.
It could be geared towards a man too. Like
Yeah.
if a man was overweight and wanted to get like
Lipo.
you know what I
Lipo,
mean?
gastro,
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's
or
like,
how they saying these is getting they abs or whatever, they stomachs done, so they got
Sculpted.
abs
I
and
ain't,
shit.
I ain't gonna
Abs
speak
sculpted.
on no names and nothing like that, but I was in a studio session before where a very high profile artist mentioned another very high profile artist and told us that his calves was fake. I was like, oh,
Damn, calves.
Mm-hmm.
Like what are
I
we
ain't gonna
doing?
say who I think it is, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
but That it's like that did your calves like were your feet and your legs not holding the weight up to where you needed to get your calves done?
Nah,
That's more of a
them calves was holding. Them calves was holding what they needed to hold. They
been holding you your whole life, my boy. Like your legs is probably the strongest thing on your body because it holds your weight all day long. Like.
Yeah, that one.
That's like a skinny dude asking me, "Why your legs so strong?" I carry this weight every day. Like you don't. You carry 150. I carry 2 something. Like it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, if we go in the gym, my legs probably gonna be stronger because I'm used to carrying this. Like
Get off the skinny.
I ain't on the skinny because I'm on the leg implant. Like what, bro? You don't need
skinny
that to carry
right
your
there.
weight.
Bow, skinny.
You've been carrying your weight, my boy. Like I'm pretty sure your legs was gonna hold up. But all right.
Did you want to get into your BMF spoiler?
No, we'll talk about it with the women, okay. And I'm gonna go rewatch it so I make sure it come out.
Make sure all your points
I got my
point.
Together.
Make sure your points is all the way on point.
I'm gonna make sure I'm together.
Damn, it's like that. Y'all be doing the BMF on the podcast. I gotta
just because it has the past couple episodes had some relationship shit. So I was talking about how he wanted to get some at 3 a.m. and broke don't deserve no. Basically, that's what
the memes was saying.
That's what the caption
was. Yo,
was.
side note, I ain't even seen that or the memes, but I've known more broke men that have plenty of women than any other, which is like, I mean, if y'all
they
knew
get it the most because they have plenty of time to focus on getting it because they broke and they ain't getting no money.
Because I'm here whenever you need me, baby. Just call.
Yep.
But I mean, to be your husband, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just was wild. Like, to even say, nah, you ain't getting no because we broke right now. We married.
That might actually turn him up so he can go out there and get the money.
Maybe.
So you might be like, all right, you know what?
Release some stress, Oh, man. It was wild.
Have to go catch up.
All right, so I was thrown off today because we had cancellations. We were supposed to do comments and stuff. We gonna shout out the YouTube commenters. Kelvin Clark. I messed your name up last time. I called you Kevin Clark. You my boy though. I mess with you, Kelvin Clark. We mess with you. Tony Randall. You always know we mess with you. Big Pun Ski, I see you back on the scene. We mess with you commenting. You be a little wild with your comments, but we gonna let it slide because you always. He got your alias. Big Pun Ski, goddamn, that's your alias. You done took Punk's alias, but we mess with you. I know you watched the full episode, so I hope you see this. Appreciate you commenting. My boy Premier Shorts, he trying to edit some videos for us. Your pitch was a little iffy. I might mess with you. I might not mess with you. We'll work some things out, but we appreciate you supporting the show, and we shout out your comment. Who else we got over? Okay, Darius Gooden. Okay, you commented. We appreciate you. I ain't gonna get too much into it. Your comments be wild out here. Oh my God. So you forgot the intro. Lamont Mentor, you're funny, man. You said I forgot the intro. Okay, I mess with you, boy. All right, man. All right, we ain't go too crazy on the comments here, but we definitely rock with you. We appreciate you. If you comment on the YouTube, I'm gonna shout out your little whatever you commented. We gonna give you a shout out. Subscribe to the YouTube, comment on the YouTube. I got so Punk can stop asking me. I got a new modem coming, so we might be coming live on YouTube. So
let's go.
He been in my head. Why it ain't working? But what you need to do? Technical issues. What the fuck is that? Chill, bro. Like shit, I'm trying to get.
So what you get paid for?
We are all losing money on this deal. Trust me. We're all losing money. And so Punk start his life coaching business. We all losing some money on this deal. God. All right. So episode 60 was 67, 68. I put it in the captions. Hey, we was a little off tilted today, but hey, we good. We appreciate you. Follow the TikTok. We at 22,000 and growing. Follow the YouTube. We at 1,000 subscribers plus and growing. You know, the Instagram struggling, the Facebook struggling. But we'll get it together once we find the right team to get it together. God, if I gotta do it all by myself, I will. God. Any lasting word? Headache. Any lasting words?
Church.
If you don't know who Headache is, he is a super duper engineer. Goddamn, he's an audio engineer. He's a producer. He's worked with artists. You know, Nipsey. I ain't even gonna start. I ain't even gonna go and start rattling them off. But he that dude. And he might be back if we can get him back. Oh, okay. I love a commitment.
I'm back.
I love a commitment, guys.
In the present.
Hey, I heard that he's back. He's seriously back. Do you want to shout out your business or anything? You want to shout out?
It's the Headroom Global. You know what I mean? And I saved it for the booth.
He saved it for the booth, baby. He don't want to mix no more. He bougie now. He don't want to mix no songs no more. I sent him a song. He was like, turn the dubs down.
You can do that yourself. I don't want to do it.
Turn the dubs down and get to it, fool.
Sounded good.
Punk, any closing statements from you, man?
Shit, just keep with us. Like Deuce said, man, we hope we get the right team. I feel like we just need like maybe another female that's just like rocking with us, and we gonna be lit, you know.
You hear that? We're doing casting for female hosts. You hear that? You heard it from Punk's voice. That was Punk's talking. That wasn't me, so don't get at me. All the people don't get at me about who on the podcast. That was Punk. All right, now.
We got one. She pretty consistent. Twitter.
Who
we
is
ain't trying to put you out, V-Chat. Chill out. We not trying to put you out.
All right, now.
Just stop going to Future concerts.
Hey, at the Future concert. Turn it up, ain't she? All right, now. It was a good one. Peace out.